Spencer Matthews has told how his incredible Desert Marathon Challenge helped rebuild his relationship with his parents, admitting, "I feel part of the family again." Spencer, 36, has now raised over £600,000 for Global's Make Some Noise after completing 30 marathons in 30 days, battling sweltering heat, shifting sands, venomous snakes and armies of flies. But he says the enormity of what he had achieved only sunk in when he saw how his dad David and mum Jane break down in tears as they celebrated his success in Jordan. Speaking on Mirror podcast Invite Only, Spencer, who admits his past alcohol abuse drove a wedge between him and his parents, said, "My family have never been more proud of me and I've longed for that. When I had that dark period of my life with the booze, you can tell when your parents are disappointed. I've lived with a lot of disappointment within my family. Love, but disappointment. What a shame you're not fulfilling the potential we know you have. What a shame you go out so often and don't put time into who you could become." Then it takes it a step further. Then they stop saying it because they're aware it drives you further away. Then you have a period where you're not communicating, you're having these vapid conversations about nothing. They don't want to prod you because you might go off and nuke yourself. And that gives an awkwardness to all meetings. You see your family and you know there's disappointment there. The whole thing is edgy. But now there's only proud hugs. Completing this challenge brought both my parents to tears, and with my brother James and I, there's a thing there again now. Having his respect is something I always wanted but never had because of my behavior. But now I feel part of the family again. My family are incredible, they've never turfed or left me out, and it's always been good between us. Just things are better now. I've been carrying around a lot of shame and it's so nice to be free of it." Spencer, who was invited with his family to visit the King of Jordan after the challenge, admitted he had some doubts at reaching the finish line. And there were some hardships he was not ready for, specifically the punishing conditions of the desert camps. He went on, "The hardest thing about the whole thing was camp, and that was something I hadn't accounted for. I spent all of my time preparing to run 30 marathons in 30 days. I didn't prepare for 18 hours on a thin mat made of fluff that would conduct heat. We slept rough. No toilets, no cold drinking water, no beds, wild barking dogs all night. Sometimes you'd get 2 hours sleep, and you become focused on getting good sleep, then it would happen again. Then it would become a torment, and it felt like torture sometimes. And the situation with flies. If you were to sit down and put your arms out for 20 seconds, you would have 80 or 90 flies on you, in your ears, corners of your eyes, your nostrils. But the Wadi Rum Desert is also insanely cool. Deep red sand, dunes, incredible purple and yellow cliff faces, insane stars at night. So it wasn't all grim, a lot of it I will remember incredibly fondly." Asked how he motivated himself during the tougher times, Spencer replied, "Before I went to Jordan I had the pleasure of meeting some of the charities supported by Global's Make Some Noise, and it made a massive difference to how I felt about the fundraise. I met individuals who will be helped by them, and heard about how the funds will help their lives. One young lady had lost her brother, and didn't have the same support system I had when I lost my brother. I spent some time with some kids with the Childhood Tumor Trust. For those kids, a lot of their pain is permanent. My pain was temporary. So that made us all feel less sorry for ourselves when we were feeling sorry for ourselves." Alongside thoughts of the youngsters he was fundraising for, Spencer says he was also motivated by his wife Vogue, who had told him before he left for Jordan that she would be in awe if he completed the challenge. He smiled, Is my relationship with Vogue better now? Absolutely. I would have been a very lucky man if she had stayed with me if I had carried on the road I was on before. And now I've never heard Vogue say how proud she is of me such a regular basis. It will die down of course, but we're still in that incredible part of it. She's astounded by it because it's her idea of hell. Alongside the children who need help, another driver was that Vogue told me if I pulled the challenge off, firstly that I'd be horrendous for a while, but also she'd be in complete awe. She said she didn't believe it was possible really, and that it would be incredibly noteworthy, and that was helpful for me. I love the idea of her feeling proud of me because I'm very proud of her. We're very lucky to have a respectful, loving relationship. I finally feel on a par with her now, because I always put her on a pedestal. What did the kids say? My eldest, Theodore, was hilarious with it. Vogue would ring me and say, T just tells everyone, all his teachers, all his mates, people in the street, my daddy is running all these marathons. Right now a lot of people are stopping me to say congratulations, and every time I'm with him, he goes, see, I told you everyone knows about it. He also keeps asking, did you win the marathons? And being the only person who ran them, I think it's fair to say I did. Spencer Matthews' Great Desert Challenge is raising funds for Global's Make Some Noise charity. Head over to Global's Make Some Noise website to donate. To listen to Spencer's full interview, visit www.podfollow.com/invite. Follow Mirror Celebs on TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube and Threads.